Never have I ever run a marathon. Okay, y'all. Today is not marathon day, so I still will not have done that, but instead we are going to attempt an ultra marathon today. Yep. The keyword is attempt, but we're going to run from my house in Methuen to Newburyport, to Salisbury, to Hampton. We're going to finish in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. So all in, it's somewhere around 45 miles, give or take. So we're just going to get started. It's about 6:30 a.m. I didn't want to start too early because it's pretty dark out and I don't have any gear for that. I don't have any lights. I'm not wearing anything reflective other than the logo on the Insatiable shorts. So wait a little bit, sleep in a little bit. It's Saturday and it's going to be a beautiful day. It's going to get up to around 80 degrees. So it's going to be fire for running. And we're just going to see how far we can get. Okay. We're going to gear up for this. Banana, honey, and then I got my runner's belt. I got a bunch of gels. I'm gonna probably put these energy gummies in my go bag, so when I meet up with the wife at a couple stopping points, I'll swap out some clothes, swap out some food, whatever it is. That way I can't fit it all and I'm not carrying a bunch of stuff, but I can at least try to replenish as we keep rolling here. Honey will stay in the go bag. This is water from the gym, not Saratoga. So let's load this up. Special water bottle to go inside the belt. And there are two of these, one on each side of the belt, so got one loaded up. It's been getting cold here in New England. Typical fall weather in the morning. 45, 48 degrees, 48 right now. But like I said, that's gonna go up to 80 today, which is unreal. And we're gonna be running along the coast. See some beach, see some ocean. It's a hell of a day to attempt an ultra marathon for your first time. When, I don't know, the most I ran maybe like 7 miles, give or take, in one sitting. Why not? Alright, we're gonna start with the warm gear because again it is still cold out. Oh, this Fit Club Run Club, quarter zip, perfect. And call it the unofficial Insatiable intro to the drop, but most of the gear is now in. So I'm also going to throw this tank over. This thing goes hard. Team, All Else Fit Club, Insatiable back. So this is a co-branded item between All Else Fit Club and Insatiable. All right. First thing, we're going to stretch next, but I got to load up the route in the Jude PS because I'm not going to know where I'm going. And so I have a handful of pin drop points to take me on my route and get me to each town as I respectively go from town to town. So that has all been pre-worked out, and I will load that up into my phone so that I can make sure I am headed in the right direction. Alright, so I got my stops all built in, and this will just continue to take me on my way. Alright, I had to be quiet up there. Sorry, hope the audio was okay. Obviously everybody was still sleeping in the house. So we're down in the basement. We're gonna stretch out, get the shoes just right, and then we're off. Alright, we certainly have a brisk chill in the air today, but it's gonna be awesome once it warms up. Sun starts heating it up, and we'll have a nice New England fall run, and we'll see how far we can go. I mean, I don't know why I have the urge to do this other than honestly that concept of insatiable. It's very, very realistic. It's not just made up, and I know it applies to so many people, but I just had the urge to try to do a longer run, as running has become new for me, and running has not been something that I've enjoyed historically, and now I'm starting to like it. And I kind of want to just test out the mental, test out the physical, and see if we can hit this ultra today. The decision of the route and location was made last Sunday, maybe after the High Rocks. Yeah, Sunday night. I was trying to think of where to run to, basically. Like, where do I want to try to run to? And initially I was thinking something with Cape Cod, but we're talking about 100 miles plus, and just on a whim, probably not feasible. But with this run, going to Portsmouth, New Hampshire from Methuen, Massachusetts, I could at least stay in the realm of the North Shore. The wife is not just following me through, Boston and the South Shore and down to the Cape in the car, and she can just pick pinpoints to try to meet up with me as we go, so I can swap some stuff out if needed. And again, I'm at least kind of in the realm staying in the North Shore, and it's still a really cool run because we're going to be on the coast. So let's get it. Watch is loaded up, and we're about to get into it. So let's fire it up. Alright, we are underway. No sidewalk on this strip of street, so bear with me. Gotta be careful. Honestly, like I said, call this the unofficial launch and intro to the Insatiable brand. The timing lines up in that we started getting gear this week. And the concept of Insatiable is simply meant to be more than just a clothing brand you wear, but rather a statement about who you are, your mentality, the way you carry yourself. It's about a relentless pursuit for more and the inability to ever be fully satisfied, because you're always going to keep grinding, hustling, chasing greatness, chasing success, learning from failures, welcoming adversity and challenges. You're unstoppable. You can't quit. And I feel like that's part of the driving force behind why I'm trying an ultra today. Just feeling insatiable. We finished the High Rocks, trying to determine what's next, but enjoying running before the weather gets too bad here in Massachusetts. Let's see what type of running we can get done, and let's just have fun with it. So for those of you that are curious about the brand and the mentality and mindset, like I said, it's a statement. You're not just wearing a brand and
you see it and it really means nothing. It could be a cool piece of attire, and that's it. It ends there. This is meant to be, of course, that, but it's who you are. It's what you do on a day-to-day basis. It's how you lead, how you work, how you push forward day in and day out. You're insatiable. You won't quit. You won't stop. You're a hustler. You're a grinder. And you're gonna push and push and push. And you're gonna chase accolade after accolade, because that's just who you are. And that's who you were born to be. And that's who you're meant to be for the world. So I'm gonna log off this for now, but let's get it. I have felt insatiable lately. Just like this burning desire to keep grinding. So let's do something crazy today. First mile in, like 8:40 pace. About 45 or so more to go. It's gonna be anywhere from 45 to 50 miles total completion based on mapping the route. So we'll see where it lands. We're gonna assume it. Let's go with 45 as of now. So one down. First 5 in, we made it to downtown Haverhill. Plan is checking in every 5, but we hit 7. That's a milestone PR. So I have not run 7 miles to date. Recorded straight up 7 miles. Haven't done it yet. So this is the longest one. This is PR. And how far are we going? Are we gonna stop? 7 miles in on the ultra marathon today. Let's fucking get it. That's 10 in. So far, recap. Mile 4, 8 and 9 kind of sucked. A lot of hills and a lot of shitty sidewalk, and you kind of needed to be on the sidewalk. Overall, feeling really good. So that's 10 in. My right foot was going numb a little bit. Now she's back. We got an uphill climb here. Been raw dogging it. No music, no headphones. That might change as we keep going, but so far we're good. Me versus me. Gonna pop the top off before the nips start to get destroyed from the shirt. Let's keep rocking. We're about to hit 15 miles in. We've made it from Methuen to Haverhill to Groveland to West Newbury to Newburyport. Where to next? All right, first gel. These humors. We made it to Newburyport. We are 19 miles in. Right Achilles is hurting, so we've stopped a couple times to walk, stretch. Still chugging along. Next stop, Salisbury. $20 miles in. Third gel. Just over 23 miles. We made it to Salisbury. I took a break. I needed water, some food. We're gonna finish the last 3 miles here at Salisbury, heading up to Hampton. Now I got some companions. I'm very slow now. That's a wrap. 26 miles. So today's goal was an ultra 31 miles. I've never ran more than 6 miles to 7 miles in one sitting. So that was gonna be a grind. We made it to 23 miles. Right Achilles was really, really tight, and a random marathon is not worth hurting your leg over. So we ended up walking the last like 2.75 miles. And did so with Kinsley and Karina, so that was nice, but 26 in total. Let's go. I am so cooked. This is the last thing I had any interest in. But Kinsley is having a great time, so that's most important. Here she goes.
Yeah, I wasn't getting on. I'm cooked. I'll get pictures and videos. How fun was that? Did you have fun on the horsey?
Yeah.
Okay, quick recap. Karina picked me up, joined with Kinsley for the last 3 miles. Thank God, if I didn't have them, probably wouldn't have been able to finish, because we basically walked, well, hobbled the last 3 miles. So it was hard, it was no joke. We went from Methuen to Haverhill to Groveland to West Newbury to Newburyport to Salisbury, touched Hampton, came back down to Salisbury where the car was parked. And yeah, props to everybody who runs marathons, because this was no joke. I wanted to try to get to 31 miles, which I guess is like the first step of an ultra marathon, but was not in the... Okay, camera keeps cutting out. Jens, the Action 5, what's it doing, brother? But Achilles not worth the injury for a random marathon, especially since I have not trained in any capacity for that type of run. Longest I've ever done is 6 miles. So to hit 26 is really something I guess I should enjoy having been able to do. But I was hoping to try to get to 31, the first level of an ultra marathon. No good, was not able to do that. Definitely would have hurt the Achilles for real. So hopefully we can kind of rehab the legs over the next couple days and be ready to keep rocking. I don't know what we'll do, if we're going to keep going with this, but just wanted to see if we could, see how far we could go. It was a good time. It was a beautiful day for it. We started about 7 a.m. It is now 2 p.m. We finished like, I don't know, an hour ago or so, but it was nice to finish walking with Kinsley and Karina, because I was basically hobbling the last 2.75 miles.
Let's do something a little bit crazy today.